So to recap today's live stream, in terms of where we're going to be looking for the best opportunities for tomorrow's trading session, we are still looking at the potential sales on the dollar index. Today it started to see some selling pressure, but price respected the next fresh demand zone that was in here, and price moved to the upside now in the evening. Eventually, when price now breaks this low, I'm looking for price to finally fill out this range. Now we can still create new highs, all right? You can still go slightly higher before moving to the downside. I actually didn't really like to see the longs this morning on euro dollar because I was still looking for the euro dollar to break that low on the left side, which is about to break now. Let's see if that's going to happen or not. And maybe that's why dollar index is still making this last push to the upside before a potential turn. So that's something that I'll be looking for, a potential fake out of the low on the left side on the euro dollar and some buy pressure to the upside on the euro. Even though the main opportunities for the euro dollar are going to happen then on Thursday with the ECB. Looking at the pound, so we had unemployment today in the UK, and we actually saw a little bit of volatility, initially with some buy pressure, and now in the evening again price pushing to the downside, but it's still respecting the low, so it's not really moving anywhere. Tomorrow we have CPI in the UK, again expecting to see a decrease in terms of the normal CPI and core CPI overall, so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of volatility we are going to have. Again, this brings some divergence between the euro and the pound, because the news are not related to the dollar, it's actually news in the UK, then on Thursday news in the Eurozone, which can create some divergence in here, which can actually give the good opportunity on the euro pound to look for those potentially long in here to fill that space, and then potentially we'll see if it respects or it moves to the downside again. The yen pairs, that's something that we are looking for as well, potentially more shorts on the yen pairs, which means that more strength on the yen index. I could still see price maybe retracing to this level and then moving to the upside. We faked out these lows yesterday in the evening, and then price just found some more buy pressure. So again, looking maybe for sales again on the dollar yen, euro yen, Aussie yen again moving to downside, and so on. In terms of CAD pairs, like in Canada, we had CPI today, and there you go. We finally have this momentum to downside, something that we're looking for. There was a big push up, and then price just reversed in a basically V shape. It was slightly harder to find an entry in there, but we finally have this move to downside. Now, we still don't really have a bearish daily candle, which if it finishes like this, it's going to be 10 consecutive bullish candles in here, but you start seeing that sell pressure. So that's going to be perhaps a continuation, like maybe retest the high to find more sell pressure, or price can just retest this previous level support resistance and continue to the downside. After that, we have a clear level that you're looking for as a target as well. In terms of the US indices, we saw a lot of sell pressure across S&P, Nasdaq, and the Dow Jones, and even on the DAX as well. Like, so S&P, basically good PI at around this size. I'm not really sure if it's going to be already kind of a top or not, or price will eventually retest. I don't really see it as a top. For now, I think there's not enough liquidity in there, but good momentum to the downside. Nasdaq, we have been talking about retesting a little bit more of that structure on the left side, those highs. Good reaction as well, move to the downside. Perhaps we can retest these highs once again and eventually fake out, since we have a double top in here. And then, yes, then maybe turning completely. And the Dow as well, we saw a lot of sell pressure, and you can continue to see a little bit more of a move to the downside. And the DAX, similar stuff. So we're looking for that PA. Price now reacting from the demand that basically managed to break those previous all-time highs. And we'll see what's going to happen next, but can be also more selling pressure in here. So it's interesting to see that now we have a little bit of selling pressure on the indices. I'm going to be waiting to see price retest a little bit back to the highs to find more selling opportunities or not. That's basically it. So tomorrow, again, just to recap one more time, potentially sells on the dollar, longs on the euro dollar, pound dollar, and so on. Looking at euro pound as well for potential long until that level, and CAD pairs potential continuation to find more selling pressure, especially on the dollar CAD, and the yen pairs also something to be aware of. Just to finalize in terms of the oil saw a little bit of more selling pressure, and today finally started to see some buyers jumping into here. I'm looking a little bit more of this type of PI, basically price create new lows, getting a bit closer to the demand zone until finally starts turning to the upside. So thank you very much, guys. Again, I stream every day at 7 p.m. So join me if you would like to do the pre-market analysis with me, looking for opportunities for tomorrow trading session. I think preparation is key in terms of to create consistency and to be proactive and not react to what the market is doing. So yeah, feel free to join, to talk with me and to analyze the market together. If you are new, feel free to subscribe. Thank you very much. Obrigado. I'll see you tomorrow.